In the town where shadows lay deep as sins, echoed the whistle of the midnight train. Beneath that lonesome ghostly scream lies a tale of love turned ashes in the wind. Old whiskey bottles line the crumbling streets where once stood churches, now only memories weave. Ashes of the midnight train where my heart once laid its claim, driven deep into the cursed land by a vengeful traitor's hand. In the silence of this damn desert's breath lives a story soaked in the depths of death. She was the fire wild under prairie moon's glow, her betrayal a sharper cut than winter's bitter snow. In her wake left nothing but the ghost of my trust, a burning love reduced to nothing but dust. And now each night the train's cry splits the stark, a haunting reminder of the light swallowed by dark. Ashes of the midnight train, my soul wearing its invisible chain, carried away on that lonesome track to a place where no man comes back. In the hush of these forsaken graves echo the songs of the bravely betrayed. Clear, her whispers float like venom in my ear. But the path to redemption is a road I walk alone, through the silent deserts where my sins are atoned. Quiet where the lost are found, I'll be the justice redemption bound. Let the wind carry away all that I've grieved. In the ashes of the midnight, my peace retrieved.
Silence of a ghost town's clutch, the wind whispers secrets covered in dust. The whiskey bottles clanking in my worn out sack Echoes of betrayal, ain't no turning back. Sunset bleeding red on a cursed land. Here I tread a shadow, gun in hand. Revenge and smoke beneath the desert's cloak. My heart bleeds a tale, too bitter spoke. Lost love's fire in the cold night stokes, under starlit skies and the devil's jokes. Remember her laughter under the old church light, before it burned to ashes that cursed night. A train whistle moaning through the empty plains, like a ghostly reminder of our sweet love's remains. He took her from me, left nothing but her grave. Now I'm chasing shadows of the man I crave. Revenge and smoke beneath the desert's cloak. Vengeance is path, my burden to evoke. Through forgotten graves and tales misspoke, every step I take, my resolve rewokes. In the silence of the desert, their faces appear, haunting my dreams, stoking my fears. A showdown looming in the dusk's embrace. His eyes meet mine, time slows its pace. Revenge and smoke, this life's cruel joke. Gunfire echoes as all ties are broke. Dust settles down on the path I chose. In a land of ghosts, a lone figure rose, with each chord strung and every note played low. Revenge and smoke in the desert's endless. Whoa.
Out where the dust swirls the secrets it keeps, the sun bleeds red over cracked earth deep. Ghost towns whisper with the voices of the scorned, in the shadow of a church where vows were torn. Echoes from the lonely road, calling me to bear my load. Whiskey numbs a heart so cold. On this cursed path I stroll, where the night hides the sins I sold. Echoes from the lonely road. I found an old bottle label worn and frayed, like the love we made, it just faded away. Train whistle moans through the silent night, a reminder of the flight in the fading light. Echoes Across silent deserts to forgotten graves I roll, letting go of the past I told. Echoes from the lonely road, echoes of the truth bestowed. In this ballad, the haunted desert and fading memories conjure a story of loss and revenge, captured through vivid imagery in a weathered vocal style that embodies the spirit of the lonely road.
Shadow of the moon on the edge of the dusk lies the haunted prairie, whispering secrets to the rust. Train whistle moans through the silence of the ghost by the burned out church where the spirits boast. Oh, beneath the haunted prairie lies tales so worn, a love turned bitter and a heart that's torn. Whiskey bottles and forgotten graves, telling tales of cowboys damned and brave. Once I loved a girl with wildfire eyes in a cursed town with sunsets blooded by lies. Betrayed by a kiss, I watched my world collapse, left me wandering this desert, waiting for perhaps. Beneath the haunted prairie, under that lonely sky, echoes of our laughter, shadows of our goodbye. Dust storms roll over memories so gray, sins of the past no man can save. By the light of a dying star, I faced my foe. In the hallowed grounds where the cursed winds blow, gunpowder scent, a flash in the night, revenge or redemption, couldn't tell which was right. Now beneath the haunted prairie, I lay my love to rest. The desert knows my secrets, keeps them close at its breast. Forgiveness or damnation, let the spirits decide. On the haunted prairie, a lone gunslinger's ride. So if you wander far where the wild coyotes cry, listen close, you'll hear the prairie sigh of broken dreams beneath the starry dome, beneath the haunted prairie where lost souls roam. In the heart of a ghost town under a blood-red sky, where the dust lies heavy and the old crows fly, a lone church stands its bell silent and cold. Here lies the tale that's seldom told. By a forgotten grave, shadows begin to swell,
A gunslinger's past with a story to tell. Whiskey bottle empty by his worn leather boots. A map to damnation on the root of his roots. So the desert sings of the souls unwept, whispering secrets that the old winds kept. Guns blazing silence, hearts turned to stone, in the cursed lands where the lost are known. Once loved a beauty with eyes so wild, promises made under the stars they piled. Betrayal came on a hot dust storm's breath. She lay cold as the guns sang the song of death. From town to town under the outlaw's moon, chased by a past that would catch him soon. Train whistles moan through the night's embrace, each stop a reminder of his fall from grace. Echoes of gunshots over the plains, whispering secrets, old pains and chains. Fire in his veins, revenge a bitter friend, in the silent deserts where all roads end. Stood in the church, flames licking high, burning his sins under God's own sky. Face to face with the man in black, in the mirror his reflection cracked. Now the desert sings of the soul set free, cursed by the land, as blind as can be. Guns holstered forever, in silence he'll roam, in the cursed lands that the lost call home. Desert wind whispers, let the past be, for the cowboy rides where the spirits flee. In the haunted silence the gunslinger's ballad played, a tune for the heart where vengeance stays.
In a town where the shadows talk, and the streets they mourn in dust, a whiskey bottle lies uncorked beside a badge now caked with rust. Old train whistles cut the silence, haunt the bones of wooden frames. A burning church is a last defiance, as I recall those cursed names. Blood on the ghost town under a crimson sky, lost souls whispering as the vultures fly. This land remembers, oh, it never lies. Blood on the ghost town where my heartache lies. The wind carries tales of you, of a love that once burned so true, turned to betrayal under harvest moons. Your laughter now a ghostly tune. I found you cold in the desert's embrace, forgotten grave, no stone nor trace, only the echoes of your grace, driven to madness in this godforsaken place. Blood on the ghost town under a weeping sky, silent deserts hold the secrets of your lie. This earth keeps score of the tears I cry. Blood on the ghost town where my old love died.
step in the sand, a part of me dies, but I'll lay you down where the old crow flies. Blood on a ghost town, and a gunslinger's goodbye. Swallows the sun in a town where even shadows dare not run. Stood the devil's barn, age of wood and sin. Whiskey bottles clanking where hope's light wears thin. Dust storms dance on the edge of the night. Train whistle moans a ghostly plight. A land cursed by the tracks of old wrongs, and a burning church choir's forsaken songs. In the devil's burning barn, flames lick the sky. Hearts charred black in the blink of an eye. Where love once lived, now only pain resides. Underneath the ash, where a restless soul hides. He rode in under a blood moon's light, seeking solace in the dark, fleeing from the fight. Found her silhouette against the barn's fiery glow, an angel who danced too close where the embers blow. Forgotten graves whisper tales of deceit, of a lover's betrayal and a retreat. In the silence of the desert, truth was found in the crackle of the fire where hope unbound. In the devil's burning barn, memories consume every whispered secret, every perfumed room. Where love once bloomed, now revenge takes its turn. In the flicker of the flames, where passions burn. Stood face to face with a gun in his hand, eyes like storm clouds over a parched land. Words fell like raindrops, heavy and slow, a confession in the smoke, a final letting go. In the devil's burning barn, the past meets its end. Forgiveness or fury, on which does it depend? Smoke spirals up to a starless sky, where all is consumed, even tears we cry. In the devil's burning barn, everything's lost, paying the price no matter the cost. Smoke spirals up to a starless sky, where all is consumed, even tears we cry. In the valley where the wind moans through dead pines, I found a church with its cross laying bent and burned. The moon cast shadows over blood-stained lines where once lovers vowed, only whispers now return. Dust devils dance where our dreams once stood, whiskey bottle in my hand, feeling nothing good. Blood on the ashes, the past won't wash away. Fire in the sky, end of the judgment day. A ghost town sleeps under the starlit grief. A railroad quiet but for my heavy steps alone. She left with the night like a thief in the place where love was all I'd ever known. Forgotten graves whisper of old betrayals, echo in the train's long gone sad wails. Blood on the ashes, the past won't wash away. Fire in the sky, end of the judgment day. Tears turn to dust, whiskey numbs the crashes, haunted by the echoes and the blood on the ashes. Under that old blood moon, I see her face. In every shadow, in every forsaken place, my heart's a prison of what I can't erase. The bullet's cold in my pocket, heavy with disgrace. Blood on the ashes, now it's me who must decide between the love I lost and the dark where I reside. This cursed land holds my soul ever tight. Gonna ride till morning or till I find my fire. In the dawn I'll find my way, or fall to silence where the lost spirits sway. Whispered in the shadows, down in the hollow where the cold winds moan, dust devils dance and the tumbleweeds roam. There's a town, just a shadow burn under the sun, where whiskey whispers and the slow rivers run. Old chapel bells ring out the past, echoes of souls in the night they have met. Whispers in the shadows, calling out my name. The ghosts of my past, playing their game. Revenge is a traveler on a road with no end. Lost love and betrayal around every bend. I once loved a girl as fierce as the storm, but she left with a stranger at the break of dawn. Under a blood moon by the old sycamore tree, we swore our love, but it wasn't to be. The preacher man said, son, save your soul, but I'm lost in this desert, cursed and cold. Whispers in the shadows, calling out my name. The ghosts of my past, sharpening their aim. Revenge is a traveler, chasing the winds. Lost love and betrayal, my cardinal sins. In the silent desert I face my fears. The voices get louder with each passing year. A reckoning's coming like a train's lonesome whistle in the heart of the night, like the strike of a thistle. Whispers in the shadows, I can hear the call. Frozen in time, in this spectral thrall. This land of the lost, where I make my stand. Holding on to ghosts in this cursed wasteland.
In the town of Whiskey Gulch, beneath a blood-red sky, the wind whispers secrets and the vultures fly high. A lone church stands burning, its bell silent and spent, in the heart of a land where even angels fear to tread.
Echoes from the revenge, they haunt the stormy nights. Lost souls and shadowed dreams flicker in the light. A tale of a man scorned, betrayed by a love so wild. Riding through cursed lands, a heart that's never reconciled.
Once loved a girl as fierce as the desert storm. Her lies cut deeper than the thorns of a rose full worn. Left him with nothing but a bottle and a faded photograph on a dusty trail for vengeance, a ghost in his own aftermath.
Echoes from the revenge, they haunt the moonlit plains. Whispers of the past, like the sound of distant trains. Bound by a promise over a forgotten grave. Through silent deserts and the choices we break. He faced the man in black. Words unspoken in the shootout, no turning back. As the gun smoke cleared, truth came undone. Revenge or salvation, what has his anger won? Echoes from the revenge, a tale that never dies. Riding towards a sunset beneath the vast unending skies. Forgiveness or a bullet, only the desert knows. Buried in the sands where the lonely wind blows. Out where the whistle cuts the silence of the cursed plains, I found a dusty bottle spinning tales of pain. A ghost town sleeps under a sky cruel and misty. There's blood on the whiskey, red as sunset, gory. Old shackles rattle where lost souls bow beneath the shadow of the gallows where the sinners cry. Blood on the whiskey, fire in the night, haunted by the echoes of a love that died. The desert knows my secrets, buried deep and free. Blood on the whiskey, the spirits cry to me. A memory stirs of a love so fierce and blind. In her eyes a tempest, the stormy raging kind. But love turned to betrayal on a dusty windswept eve. She lay with my brother in the chapel by the reeds. The preacher spoke of forgiveness while my heart spoke of a grave. Now every sip of bourbon tastes the bitterness of betrayed. Blood on the whiskey, fire in the night. Smoke rises from the church where we once saw the light. The wind carries whispers of deceit and decree. Blood on the whiskey, the ghost won't let me be. Underneath the desert moon I pour the pain away. The bottle lay empty like the words I couldn't say. As the stars judged in silence from their heavenly seat, I made my reflection, my betrayal complete. Blood on the whiskey, we reap what we sow. In the land of the forsaken, only the cursed winds blow. I'll ride with the shadows till death sets me free. Blood on the whiskey, this outlaw's legacy. Every chord a mournful plea, every note a whispered dread. In this haunted desert ballad, where my heart forever bled.
In the shadow of a burned down church beneath the silver moon, whiskey breath and curse that lands under a lonesome coyote's tune. A dusty bottle rolls forgotten by old boots worn and frayed, where a ghost of vengeance whispers on winds of debts unpaid. No mercy in the outlaw heart, fire in his weary bones, riding through these silent deserts past unmarked stones, where the train whistle moans a sorrow that only the lost can know. He walks a path of shadows where no righteous man dares go. A tale of love betrayed by blood in the cold light of dawn. Her memory a haunting ghost in the town at times withdrawn. He swore revenge on the man who turned his day to night, his heart locked up in darkness, far from mercy's light. No mercy in the outlaw heart, hardened by the winds. He rides through cursed landscapes where the trail of vengeance begins. under the weight of sorrow, his pain a ceaseless roam, an outlaw bound by clanking chains, far from any home. At the crossroads he stands, gun heavy in his hand, face to face with his betrayer in this God-forsaken land. Ice cold as the desert night, the showdown silent tight, echoes of justice firing, cutting quickly through the fray. No mercy in the outlaw heart, and revenge finally his. The ghost town whispers settle as he's embraced by desert's kiss, riding off past burning sands into a crimson sky. An outlaw with a heart so broken, not even time can try. In the shadow of the old church bell, where the whispers tell of heaven and hell, a dusty bottle lies by a forgotten well. In this ghost town where silence fell, through the chapel's charred and blackened frame, echoes of past it can't reclaim. There's no mercy in the silent grave, no whisper secrets to say, just the sound of the wind through a sinner's bones, and the haunting call of the train's old moans. Under the desert sky, wide and brave, no mercy in the silent grave. She wore white in the blazing heat, betrothed to a man she'd never meet, a lone rider, shadows at his feet, promised love but brought deceit. Her heart was a prize he couldn't own, left her with nothing but the dust and stone. There's no mercy in the silent grave, no shelter from the storm he gave, just a dusty memory of a bridal veil, and the bitter sting of the love that failed. Under the pale moon's watchful gaze, no mercy in the silent grave. Out to a starless sky, across the plains where the lost souls lie, the gunslinger's path, a tale of woe, in the cursed lands where no life grows. He rides seeking a redemption's wave, but finds just shadows in the silent grave. There's no mercy in the silent grave, every man meets the fate he paves, just the echo of what he used to be, in the whispering sands of eternity, with nothing left but to be brave. No mercy in the silent grave, no mercy in the silent grave.
black sun in a ghost town's embrace. Whiskey bottles lay shattered echoes of a fall from grace. Dust devils dance on barren lands where hope dare not tread. Train whistles moan through silent deserts singing songs of the dead. Right through the shadows under the devil's black sun, where hearts turn to stone and the rivers run dry. Lost love's a memory fading at the end of my gun. In the land of the forsaken, under the ink black sky. Once loved a girl with fire in her soul, in a town too cursed to thrive. Her kiss was sweeter than redemption, the only truth in my life. But betrayal came on a burning church's breeze, with smoke that choked my faith. Now her ghost in forgotten graves whispers a lover's wraith. Right through vengeance under the devil's black sun, where promises break and the shadows betray. Her love's a ghost now, shot down by my own gun. In the land where even brave men kneel and pray. Stood face to face with the man I become at the crossroads of sin and salvation. A showdown with my demons under the eyes of a forsaken nation. The truth hit hard like the desert scorching sand. All I loved was lost to the devil's own hand. I'll ride alone under the devil's black sun, through cursed lands where redemption is won with a gun. No turning back, the past is a shadow I shun. In the land of the lost, until my days are done.
Shadows meld with the dirt in a ghost town with the stories untold. The sun bleeds red over cursed land. Whiskey bottles lay with the secrets they hold. Dust devils dance where the church used to stand. Train whistle moan through the silent expanse. Forgotten graves underfoot, whispering sins as the twilight flickers in a deadly romance. Hear those whispers in the ashes, calling out the past. Faded voices of the damned, seeking peace at last. Each ember tells a tale of love that's turned to rust. Whispers in the ashes, rising with the dust. Was an angel, or so I believe. Her laughter once echoed a melody sweet, but betrayals of venom that festers and sees found her true colors in the lies she'd weave. A lover's pact written under blood moon's light turned to a double cross by the dawn's early rise. Now every burned out building to every forsaken night holds the echo of her deceit and goodbye. Hear those whispers in the ashes, calling out the past. Faded voices of the damned, seeking peace at last. Each ember tells a tale of love that's turned to rust. Whispers in the ashes, whispers in the ashes, lay your spirits to rest. No more haunting, no more sorrow in the silent desert's breast. Let the wind carry away all that once was us. Whispers in the ashes, settled into dust.
In the shadow of a burned out church spire, moon cast long shadows that old tales inspire. A whiskey bottle lays buried in the sands, while the lonesome train whistle moans through cursed lands. Hear the echoes from the silent grave, whispers of the love and the life they couldn't save. Every ghost town moon, these memories enslaved, riding on the winds, the echoes from the silent grave. She wore vengeance like a veil of night. Her heart turned cold under the desert's blight. Betrayed by a lover with a lying kiss, now her shadow haunts the abyss. Hear the echoes from the silent grave, whispers of the betrayal that no soul forgives. Under the ghost town moon, bound to misbehave, crying through the dust, the echoes from the silent grave. Stood there at the crossroads, pistol in her hand, faced the man who scorned her in this God-forsaken land. Thunder cracked the silence as he took his final stand. Her heart shattered louder than the gun she planned. Of the night, she's never alone. The whispers roam where the wild winds have blown. In a ghost town's heart, under a blood-red moon, whispering winds hum an old dead tune. Footprints lay hidden neath layers of soot, echoes of laughter, my dusty boots. Past the old saloon where the whiskey's gone dry, shadows dance where the lost souls lie. Dancing with dusty boots, on cursed land I stand, spinning spirits, a bottle in my hand. The stars watch in silence as old debts demand. Oh, I'm dancing with dusty boots in the devil's sand. By the burnt church's bell, she swore her love true. Beneath wooden crosses, our wild dreams grew. But betrayal came whispered on a hot desert breeze, as she vanished like rain in the silent seas. Left a heart full of bullets and a grave unmarked. In the dust storm scream, I lost my spark. Dancing with dusty boots, with a ghost as my guide, twirling through ruins, vengeance by my side. The moon's pale judgment in this place where hope died. Yes, I'm dancing with dusty boots where my old love lies. Train whistle moans through the cracked canyon wall. My reckoning's written in the dust storm squall. With every step forward, the past pulls me back. In this ghost dance, my soul's painted black. So I'm dancing with dusty boots, revenge at my heel, across this damn valley to make the past kneel. Buried my heart where the cold church bell peals, forever dancing with dusty boots. That's my deal. Each verse and chorus in this haunted desert ballad stirred with the grit and ghost of a land that takes more than it gives. A tale of a man entwined with his fate in the timeless dance of vengeance and lost love among the whispering sands. In the silence of a moonlit desert town, dust dances with the memories fading down. Echoes of the train on forgotten tracks, bottle clink filled with secrets deep and black. A gust carries tales of a burning church where vows were traded on a wooden perch. Every whistle moan and the cinders fly underneath the ghostly starless sky. Whispers in the midnight train carry stories of the love and pain, where the broken hearts claim their due. In the whispers lies start feeling true. Once rode with her through the cursed lands, with hopes as vast as the desert sands. But betrayal's breeze blew a cold night, left me with shadows, took away the light. In a ghost town where our dreams lay dead, she vanished like words I never said. Now each station's just a grave unkept for the promises we never kept. Whispers in the midnight whispers clutched tight in hand. The wind's confession, so cruel and stark, reveals her shadow in the moon's dark arc. Whispers in the midnight train mark the map of my heart's terrain. Fate's revolver spins again in the whispers. I face my sin as the train cries under the midnight veil. I walk these tracks, now my own trail. Revenge or peace, the distance knows in each whisper the cold wind blows.
Gone with the desert wind, dog way the horizon bleeds, bleeding into the sand. Whiskey bottle lay forsaken in my trembling hand. Dust storms dance on forgotten graves. In a ghost town, silence, no soul to save. Gone with the desert wind, my love and my sin. Beneath the crescent moon, shadows move again, lost in the whispers of the prowling sands. I'm a ghost among these lands, gone with the desert wind. The train whistles mourn just like the coyote cries, haunting echoes neath the blood orange skies. She vanished at the altar, not a trace to find, left with burning churches in the corners of my mind. Gone with the desert wind, my hope and my kin. Echoes of the past, where do I begin? Chasing shadows under the devil's hands. I'm just dust among these lands, gone with the desert wind. In the heart of night, by the cold moonlight, I faced the man who stole her smile so bright. Gunfire cracked like a cursed prayer. Revenge or justice, did I even care? Gone with the desert wind, my peace and my wrath. Down this lonesome path, I've made my own path. In the silence of the desert, I've paid my dues. A restless soul with nothing more to lose. I'm just a whisper, a tale that ends, gone, forever gone with the desert wind. Out in the dust where the devils play, under a sky that's ashen and gray, there's a town that the maps forgot to name, where whiskey drowns a man's old shame. Ghost of a train whistle cuts through night, echoing the hearts that lost the fight. Beneath the whiskey, there's fire in the cold, stories of a love lost, tales boldly told. Each drop hides a secret in the glass they lay.
Underneath the whiskey, night turns into day. In the shadow of a burned down church spire, I met a lady dressed in funeral attire. Spoke of a love by betrayal undone, her lover left under the setting sun. A bottle shared on a gravestone, promises whispered in a mournful tone. Beneath the whiskey, there's ghosts in the well, echoes of laughter descend into hell. Each sip of memory, bitter and gray. Underneath the whiskey, the past won't stay away. Spell our dreams to ash. Beneath the whiskey, find the end of the line, where pain meets the dust and fates entwine. Each bottle empty, just like my heart. Underneath the whiskey, where all things part. Redemption's too far. In the silence of the desert, beneath the stars.